My good friends, WeedTube family, all of you. It's Gord. It's your hurtin' hippie with yet another coffee break session. I have no idea. I'm glad I'm not counting them because that was always a pain to figure out which episode I'm on. They're just sometimes titled, sometimes not, and they're for us to just share some of the day together. Uh, Today I was going to talk about my eye. My right eye is twitching, and it's been twitching for about 3 or 4 days. So, as usual, I look it up. I Google that sucker. And what's Google tell me? Well, it tells me a lot of things can cause it. Usually, lack of sleep and stress, as well as dry eyes. And my eyes have been dry. And then I realized I just had new medicine, which is doing me pretty good and helping my appetite, called Grease Monkey from MMJ. And so I looked it up in Leafly. And lo and behold, it's one of those special strains that works really good for people with eye pressure, glaucoma problems, and stuff like that. It releases the pressure in the eyes. But also, some of its effects, say, dry eyes and dry mouth. You put those two together, add to that the fact that I am stressed. I have to find a new place to live. My house is sold. I'm in that muck in the middle. And I don't sleep well. So put all that together, there's my eye twitch. It's such a nuisance when it happens. It's happening about 2 times a day for the last 3 or 4 days. It's not happening right now, but it was happening before I left the house. So it's just unique. And yes, we still have some snow. It's supposed to get to 7 today, so by this afternoon it's actually supposed to rain, and then tonight a little more snow. But then we're supposed to start raising in temperature. And that's, I think, why I've had a 3-day on and off migraine. Now it's time to ask you guys some things. I'd really like to know what subjects you'd like me to cover. And if you'd like me to cover them on a coffee break session where I only give it 3 or 4 minutes, or do you want me to cover it on a separate dedicated talk? Some of you asked about my feelings on Canadian legalization, and I released Weedy Weekend 94 on Sunday. You can go and look at that. I will just say now on an overall basis, because it might spur some questions or thoughts, is they're doing fairly well. They're moving the steps forward that they need to move. That looks likely that, depending on the province, and you can bet BC will, provinces will be allowed to have storefronts. It'll be up to the province. They're finally making it a little more accessible. Is it true legalization? Of course not. The Emerys argue that they haven't legalized it all. They've just controlled. They've become the dealer. Well, that's true and not true. As long as you live within their parameters, you're not going to get a criminal charge. And possession for underage will be not a criminal charge, but a civil offense. So those are positives, and we need to look at the positives. Are there negatives to what's coming? Oh, for sure. First of all, I don't believe it's coming that quickly in 1 year. No matter what they say, that date's going to move. I've been wrong before. Not often, but when I'm wrong, I'm good and wrong. So it'll probably move. But where am I upset? Where I'm upset is the Liberals said a long time ago that they wanted to stop simple possession. People's lives being ruined by criminal charges for simple possession. Yet, here we are, supposedly 1 year away from legal for adults. For any adult, legal. up to 30 grams on your person. So possession will go away. Well, possession goes away, that's wonderful. But what about those people who have possession charges? There is no plan. In fact, they say they will not pardon those. Then what about the people from now, today, tomorrow, next month, who get caught with 20 grams, 10 grams a joint, whatever? They are continuing to prosecute those. So those people will have a charge and a criminal record for something that within a year won't be illegal anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. There should be a moratorium on possession under 20 grams or something like that, you know? Just something simple to get it out there and say, you know what, people, we're not going to arrest you because in a year from now we can't arrest you. That's what we need, some reality. Why? Why, liberals, are you going against your own policy statements of 2010 or 12, I think it was, when you said that you wanted to do this? You said then you would not only pardon the past people, but provide, make sure that people weren't being charged for simple possession. So this has to change, my friends, and we need to continue to fight that. I have a feeling that maybe the courts will come back and say, hey, you need an interim law. This using the old law that's going to be defunct is ridiculous. You need an interim law, and get one. It's easy to pass. Put it through the readings and get it going. Our government is being very irresponsible right now. It's time for it to get more responsible. So, I went a little further than I had planned to, but I wanted to share that with you all. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony. I'm going back for a nap, and then today's my dude's day with my son. I'm gonna go take him and have dinner with him. So, oh, nice new buds everywhere coming up. Isn't that pretty? I'm so happy about spring finally springing. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony.